Thank you for joining me in this teaching, Mystery of the Third Angel. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. That's what the Bible said. And many people have said God doesn't live in heaven, because if he created the heavens and the earth, where was he when he was creating the heavens? He has to be somewhere. And so they use 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 16 and say God dwells in inapproachable light. So they said this is the location he is dwelling, and from this location he created the heavens. But this will pose another problem. Who created this location where this light is? You see, God created light. Light, sound, heat, energy, air, everything is created by God. So God is not light. This description is not really the description of who God is. If we describe God like this, we'll begin to describe him like Ra, the Egyptian god Ra. That's like the sun, the unapproachable light, the light you cannot approach, that's the sun. But God is not like this. God cannot be seen or felt or touched. All those things that God created that you can feel and touch were created by God. They came from God. So God, the truth is, God does not exist. God doesn't exist. God created existence. The heavens and the earth and the things that dwell there, those are the existence. So existence were created by God. God created existence. God lives in eternity. He created existence. Existence lives in God. God is in everything and everything is in God. He's not somebody we can describe. If you say God is love, yes. If you say God is light, yes. If you say God is a consuming fire, yes. He said, I am. He repeats himself to Moses. He said, I am. I will be. Whatever you say, I will be. So he cannot be described. So he created the heavens and the earth. The Bible says, he that cometh to God must believe that he is. That's in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. If you come to God, you must believe that he is. Not he exists. He is. He is God. He is. I am. That's who God is. So we cannot describe God. And when God created the heavens, he placed areas of authority. In the first heaven was given to man. That's the earth and the heavens. The first heaven we see, it was given to man, and then there's a place of authority. God created man and placed him in Eden. Eden is the place of authority. It has what they call the mountain of the Lord. That's the place of authority. Now there's a second heaven, and that heaven is given to angels. There's a place of authority, and then there's a third heaven. The third heaven is where God sits. That's where he dwells. He is the command. He's the one in charge. He speaks in that place. Now, authority belongs to God. We don't exercise authority. When Jesus came to the earth, he said, I came not to do my will, but the will of the Father, the will of him that sent me. So in this second and first heavens, authority is not to be exercised. A Christian shouldn't exercise authority. The angels shouldn't exercise authority. Authority belongs to God. What we do is we represent authority. This is what God has said, and this is how it will be done. So we represent the authority of God. We don't exercise it. There are angels that God created, and this is what we'll talk about. Mystery of the third angel. There are angels that God created. God created several angels. There are cherubs, there are seraph, there are ministering spirits spoken about in Hebrew, and then there is also what we call the watchers. Some people call guardian angel. Daniel said this is by decree of the watchers. So there are watchers. Now, three angels are mentioned in the Bible. The first one is Gabriel, angel Gabriel. He's concerned with revelation. He brings revelation. The word said in Daniel, it said, cause Daniel to understand this. So angel Gabriel brought revelation to Daniel. He spoke to Daniel, spoke to Mary in the Bible, spoke to Zechariah. He brings revelation to them. So Gabriel is related with revelation. The second angel is Michael. Angel Michael has to do with warfare. When there's warfare, you hear of angel Michael. That's the angel of war. And then there's a third angel that is different from these two. This third one is actually the first. The Bible says the first shall become the last. This third one is actually the first that was created. He has what these two have and something more. So he was created by God. The Bible spoke about him in Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 12. It said, thou sealest up the sum. That is the sign, the stamp of perfection. The Amplified say, the pattern of exactness. It said, thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Verse 13, thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Eden is the place of authority of God. Every precious stone was thy covering. So he begins to mention the stones covering this angel. In verse 14, it says, thou art the anointed cherub. He was anointed by God that covereth. And I have said this so. Thou was perfect. Thou was upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. 15, thou was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created till iniquity was found in thee. Now, this angel was perfect, sealed of the sum, and then iniquity was found in him. What iniquity is? The Bible explained it in Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? This is the name of that angel. Son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, this is what Lucifer said, I will ascend into heaven, into the third heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation. There is a mountain in heaven, in the Eden, and he wanted to overthrow that one also. He has exercised authority in the second heaven. He has taken over the first heaven. The two are under his authority, and then he wanted to take over the third and take over everything in the sides of the north. So Lucifer has actually taken over the first and the second heaven. In Ephesians chapter 2, verse 2, the Bible calls him the prince of the power of the air. That's his position. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4, the Bible calls him the God of this world. And Jesus spoke about him in John chapter 14, verse 30. He said, for the prince of this world cometh and hath not in him. He said, the prince of this world, that is the ruler of this world, the one in charge of this world. So the mountain of the Lord on earth is occupied by this prince. When God created man, he put him in Eden. That's the mountain of the Lord. In Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2, it calls it the mountain of the house of the Lord. The house of the Lord is a tabernacle, is the temple, what they call the temple. So the mountain of the temple of the Lord. So it's called Temple Mount in Israel. In Micah chapter 4, verse 1, it talks about this mountain of the house of the Lord. Also, the same thing Isaiah said. So what is in that place right now? You know, Lucifer said, I will exalt myself in all the mountains, above the mountains of God. So what is in that Temple Mount now is actually called Al-Aqsa Mosque. Now, if anybody would try to make any move there, anything there to overturn it, the world as we know it will come to a close. The world will end. The Arab nations will come at you. Christians will come at you. There are many Christians that don't understand this thing. They don't understand prophetic teaching. So they are wondering, this is a Jewish problem. So they will be against you. And then worst of all, the UN, the United Nations, will come against you. So this cannot be done now. But there is an end. Surely, the Bible says, surely there is an end. So in the next videos, I'll do at least 3 other videos that I'll talk about these things. So follow, like, subscribe, and follow my page so that you get to hear this information about the authority of God. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you shalom in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll come your way some other time. God bless you richly. Take care.